Most likely, all of your marketing efforts are working on their own. They were never designed to work together to build momentum or to give you the insights into what's working and what's not. And that's what makes marketing feel like something you're managing instead of something that's helping you grow. There's a point in most service-based businesses with annual revenue between 3 and 10 million where marketing starts to feel harder to manage. And this is because one, marketing requires so much more of your time. Two, your marketing activity feels busy but not strategic. And three, you're spending a good amount of money, but you don't really know what's working and what isn't. Welcome to the simple truth about marketing. I'm Kelly Rice, and I've been a fractional CMO for small and service-based businesses for more than 25 years. And in this series, we spend under 15 minutes cutting through the chaos to look at what it actually takes to move from just doing marketing tasks to actually building a system that drives business growth. So today we're talking about why marketing starts to feel so much more complex as your business scales and what you can actually do about it. When I talk with business owners, the issue is rarely a lack of marketing activity. They usually have a website, campaigns are running, and they have people in-house or freelancers are involved somehow in their marketing. The problem is that so many things are happening, but there isn't structure behind it. So it becomes difficult to see what is working, what is not, and where it makes sense to keep investing. And once that clarity starts to fade, marketing decisions start to feel chaotic and more like guessing than strategic planning. So when you're growing a service-based business, the struggle is usually between how much marketing activity is happening versus how predictable your growth feels. And this is because you used to be able to rely on word of mouth and referrals and a few paid ads to bring in steady leads. But now 1 month leads, they're steady, and then the next they drop off for what usually seems like no specific reason, right? Nothing changed. And when you look at everything you're doing from a marketing perspective, nothing looks wrong, nothing looks off. It feels like you should be doing all of the marketing things that you're doing. But at the same time, no one can clearly explain what's working, what's not, and what your return on investment is. So what normally happens is that you dig in, you start reviewing data or asking questions to your team or your vendors because you're just trying to understand where your leads are coming from and trying to connect what you're spending to what you're getting in return. But most of the time, the answers that you get make sense from an activity level. But when you step back and you look at everything, the effort, the spend, and the returns, they don't fully line up. And that's where the frustration really takes hold. Because even with marketing support in place, you are still the one trying to decide what to do, what to stop, and where to put your money next. And without a clear line between effort and outcome, those decisions start to feel more like guessing than planning. But I want you to know that this frustration doesn't just show up in a few select businesses. It happens in every business with annual revenue, usually between 3 and 10 million. It's just how marketing tends to take shape as a business grows. And this is because marketing rarely starts as a connected system. It usually builds one decision at a time. So for example, let's say that you own a trades business like plumbing, HVAC, roofing, construction, something like that. And in most cases, you probably built your website as a standalone project. Then you more than likely tasked an employee with social media management. And then when leads slowed down, maybe you added in paid social media, Google ads or TV ads to see if it would generate more leads. Then someone more than likely told you that you needed to focus on SEO because everybody has good advice. So you kind of added that in along with sending emails every month to your customers. Now, each of those decisions made sense at the time, and each piece actually probably performs well on its own. But that's the reason you're so frustrated with marketing. All of your marketing efforts are working on their own. They were never designed to work together, never designed to build momentum or to give you the insights into what is working and what is not. And that leaves you with a lot of marketing activity, but no clear structure or metrics connecting them. So you end up in this vicious cycle of trying to figure out how to grow your business without a consistent way to understand what your customers want, how your marketing fits together, and what your return on investment is. And this is why so many service-based business owners feel stuck and frustrated when it comes to making marketing decisions. Because when marketing activity is not connected and goals are not clear, you end up in the same position month after month. You look at information that shows what happened and you try to decide what to do next, as opposed to understanding the full picture of what marketing should be doing. So what usually happens is that when you look at all of those reports, some things get changed, budgets will be updated, a new approach will be tried, or an existing campaign may be reworked. And for a short time, it can feel like progress because marketing activity is happening. But then the same cycle happens again month after month with no real progress. And over time, that starts to feel like your marketing strategy is being restarted over and over again instead of creating a connected system that consistently generates more qualified leads and doesn't require so much of your time. Now, I can tell you that things start to change when you step back and you take a look at your marketing systems and ask yourself, is my marketing designed for activity or business growth? Once your marketing activity starts working together, you will no longer have to try to figure things out from scratch each month. Because in a connected system, you understand your audience, you know what they want, you know how to talk to them, you know how to reach them, and then you also have the information you need to make strategic business decisions. And by creating marketing activity that continually attracts more qualified leads, you'll see what is contributing to your business, what is not, and how to move forward in a way that builds on what is already in place. So when marketing starts to feel harder than it used to, it usually comes back to the same place. There's a lot happening, but no clear way to understand how it all connects to your audience or generates qualified leads. So you end up with the responsibility of trying to figure out what to do next. And that's what makes marketing feel like something you're managing instead of something that's helping you grow. So here's your simple truth for today. If you're feeling the frustration of managing too many moving parts without seeing a clear return, just remember it isn't a lack of effort on your part. It's simply a lack of strategy and structure. If you found this episode helpful, go ahead and hit the subscribe or follow button on whatever player you're listening on right now so that you never miss another conversation. And you can find today's conversation along with resources to help you review your own marketing systems at thesimpletruthaboutmarketing.com. I'm Kelly Rice. Thanks so much for listening.